South Florida. This is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Hi there and welcome to Headliners. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Dozens of protesters, including family members of detainees, marched outside Alligator Alcatraz calling for the detention center to be shut down. Some describing the conditions inside as inhumane. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray was there.
Shut it down!
Through blistering heat, dozens of demonstrators loudly condemned Alligator Alcatraz, saying it's hazardous to a detainee's health, even as the makeshift immigration detention center ramps up operations.
We named this place for what it is, a concentration camp, an illegal detention site built on stolen indigenous land.
Protesters claim detainees are not getting proper medical care. Rafael Collado compares living here to a dog cage. He phoned from inside and said he goes days without showering. There's no set schedule to get his medicine for high blood pressure. And there's water, he says, coming into his tent.
They don't deserve to be here no matter what. They're humans.
The governor, who's a champion of the president's immigration crackdown, dismissed critics Tuesday in Fort Lauderdale.
A lot of these are criminal aliens. And they will make claims, and then the media is kind of running with it. And they were mad that the ham sandwiches weren't toasted. Excuse me?
Shut it down!
Protesters say it's a matter of survival, and the more detainees housed here, the more likely a disaster.
We've already had multiple individuals who have gone to the hospital. We already have accounts of individuals like really suffering from their chronic medical conditions, and I'm concerned that the longer that this goes on, that we're gonna have people who die in there.
At this point, no indication the state is reversing course, and the first hearing on whether to get a temporary shutdown will not happen until early August. In the Everglades, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
And as deportation fears loom over immigrants living in South Florida, some say they're turning to an app that promises to alert users of any nearby ICE agents confidentially. We're hearing from a man who says he's been using the app to avoid being detained. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins us now with a closer look at how the app works.
I saw a community living in absolute fear.
This is the man who developed the app called Coqui. Peter, who does not want to share his last name for protection, runs an animal rescue farm in New York and says he hires many immigrants.
How did you come up with the idea of creating this app?
We created Coqui as a digital tool and give people a chance to live their lives and not feel hunted.
He says people were not showing up to work for fear of being detained by immigration agents. Now he's in South Florida promoting Coqui.
Tengo miedo de que me deporten.
This Venezuelan man who has TPS asked us not to show his face. Says he is scared of being deported and recently downloaded Coqui. Just like some apps tell people where police officers are located, immigrants learn where ICE agents are and can change their routes when necessary.
De verdad es muy efectiva.
It's very effective. That's how I learn where immigration agents are, and that's how I know when to leave my house.
The federal government says that apps like this one put in danger its agents. What do you respond to that?
There's been absolutely no evidence that that has ever happened. Connecting people to one another is being considered as submersive is more of an indictment against the system itself.
We reach out to ICE for comments. We have not received an answer yet. CBS News interviewed Deputy Director of ICE last week, Madison Sheehan. She said apps like this one are dangerous.
Our issue becomes is when they become violent and they're asking people to go cause violence.
Is Peter scared of retaliation?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a level of fear, but I think at the end of the day, doing nothing is a choice.
And I asked Peter what is the difference between Coqui and other similar apps. He said Coqui does not ask people their personal information. An ID is created for each user so they can remain anonymous. We're in Doral. Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
A Texas company is hoping drones can help stop school shootings, or at least help law enforcement here in South Florida respond to them faster. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley takes us inside Academy Preparatory High School in South Miami-Dade to show us how it works.
They're small, but fast. And Texas-based company Campus Guardian Angel hopes they can help save lives if there's a school shooting.
Yeah, so in a school shooting, most of the death happens in the first 120 seconds. So it's really about how quickly can you get there to engage the shooter before they've had the chance to kill a whole bunch of children, even if it's a false alarm.
Founder and CEO Justin Marston says the drones would stay in a box like this in the school at all times. Once someone uses the app to sound the silent alarm when there's a threat, their drone pilots would deploy the drones in seconds to locate and stop the shooter.
If somebody comes into the school with a gun, our pilots from our central op center can immediately start flying them, and our goal is to respond in 5 seconds, be on them in 15 seconds, and then take out that shooter in 60 seconds.
In a demonstration at Academy Preparatory High School in South Miami-Dade, the company showed us how the drones can fire powder pellets and even knock a suspect over, also showing us how hard they are to shoot down.
School safety used to be a fire drill, fire alarm, tornado drill once a year. It's now active shooter drills, hostage drills, things of that nature. It's turned into traumatizing events for students and parents.
Marston says Governor DeSantis approved $557,000 in the state's 2025-2026 budget for pilot programs at 3 school districts in the state. He says it costs about $1,000 a month for a school with roughly 500 students. No word yet on which districts will be selected. He says that will be up to the Florida Department of Education, but says Miami-Dade schools have shown interest.
We send our kids to school to be safe. I think this is another step in the right direction to ensure the safety of our kids.
Well, right now, the company says it's in the process of going into 4 school districts and 1 university in Texas. Administration here at Academy Prep says they're looking into bringing in the technology as well. In South Miami-Dade, Bree Buckley, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, some relief for Haitians living in the U.S., what a TPS extension now means for millions. Next.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thousands of Haitians living in South Florida are feeling some relief after a court blocks an order ending their temporary protected status. They were previously set to be deported by September, but now they've got a few extra months. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray joins us once again from North Miami with reaction to this unexpected news.
It is extremely difficult. It's heartbreaking.
This woman we'll call Keisha has been on temporary protective status for 10 years. She left Haiti after her father was killed. Like many in her shoes, despite being here legally, she fears deportation and asked us to not show her identity.
It's been hell, I would say, that way. It's like we don't know what's going to happen. Will I be able to come to work? Will I be able to drive? All my life is going to be after living in the U.S. for 10 years.
Keisha has lived with uncertainty for months and dreaded September when TPS was to end. But now there's a reprieve until February. It gives her time to formulate a plan to stay in Florida.
Starting over won't be easy.
Activists tell us a threat of deportation for Haitians, even naturalized citizens, is great. Unemployment is rising because TPS workers have been laid off, and some businesses have been forced to shut down. Leonie Hermanton with the Haitian Neighborhood Center said some families have already moved to Canada and Brazil. Returning to Haiti is not an option.
Because we know that the situation is worsening in Haiti, and particularly for people with children.
She says strain on parents is intense.
We encourage families to sign power of attorneys, particularly when they're minor children, and begin to prepare for that eventuality.
Keisha is hoping the president will have a change of heart over the next 6 months.
I hope he has more humanity in him.
That woman has hired a lawyer, and activists say that is your best option to get an attorney if possible. As for moving to Canada, while it is a good option, we're told that you need to have a first-degree relative, mother, father, sister, brother. In North Miami, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
Changing gears now, we have our eye on money. Grocery store prices hitting your wallet extra hard? You're not alone, and we're always on the hunt for solutions. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois spoke with a working mom in Pembroke Pines and an economist about the best ways to spend smart.
Try not to use the credit card. That's the warning from an economist. As inflation rises, tariffs get ready to kick in, and back to school shopping is just weeks away.
I love grocery shopping. That's like one of my things that I really enjoy doing. And I'm always looking at like, oh my gosh, X has increased here.
Kiana Powell is a Pembroke Pines wife and mom of 3 little ones. Getting the family's groceries has become a game of Price is Right.
I'm looking at different groups on social media and seeing what other moms and other wives are talking about and what stores has the deals. And I've also learned that I'm doing more bulk shopping. So Sam sees me a lot nowadays.
This year, her 2 oldest children will be attending school in Broward County, where lunch will no longer be free. She's already preparing her budget for the financial hit.
Even when I don't pack lunch, the $3, the $2, they're going to start adding up, especially with 2 kids. And then, of course, you still want to send your kids with snacks.
When you think about back to school, the National Retail Federation has some new numbers that the average K-12 back to school shopper is spending $858 this year. That's down about $20 from last year.
Overall, spending is up 25% since the pandemic. As a result, consumers are using credit cards more, and he warns against it.
We found in our survey that the #1 cause of credit card debt is emergency expenses, some kind of unplanned medical bill or car repair or home repair. Second place is day-to-day expenses, things like gas and groceries.
Kiana and her family aren't relying on credit. Instead, they decided to make better choices.
We're all in the same boat of being more intentional with our grocery shopping, and then also making sure that we're buying things that are still going to benefit our family. We don't want to hurt our family just because we're trying to save money.
Kiana says it's worth it to have store apps where she finds bonus coupons, extra savings, and even a few bucks. Economists, meanwhile, say they've seen people get an extra job to help pay down debt. They advise it's likely better to go without than pay 20% interest for whatever it is that you may need. In Pembroke Pines, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, hands off my mangoes. A look at Mango Mania in Miami next.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren Pastrana. It's mango season, and in Florida, the fruit can be as good as gold in some establishments. CBS News Miami's Christian Benavides explains Miami's mango madness.
It may be hurricane season, but Miami residents Boris McNertney and Virginia LaPlus say in their backyard, it's raining mangoes.
We're hearing them like thunder at night, sometimes hitting the roof and falling down.
Just take a look at their haul.
I'm bringing home 5-gallon buckets, at least 2 a day. Mango smoothies, mango pies, mango chutney, mango sauce,
mango everything.
Mango madness.
It's why some Florida establishments are accepting mangoes as a form of payment this summer season. At Zach the Baker in Miami, 6 mangoes will get you a $7 loaf of bread.
We get also a mango Danish, we're all about mango, and almond croissants, which he just loves.
Here at the bakery, the rule is 1 tray per day, but don't worry, there are plenty of other places ready to take your mangoes.
At Peel, a vegan ice cream shop, you can trade the fruit for a sweet treat.
Wow, a lot of mango flavor there.
Owner Valeria Alvarez.
We are promoting 5 pounds of mangoes in exchange for a small ice cream bowl with 2 toppings and a drizzle.
The Florida staple growing on trees had this duo teaming up to snag some low-hanging currency. Even the Gators want a bite. It's also prompted run-ins with the law. This man was arrested after he pulled a gun on someone taking mangoes from his property.
So it looks like the permission was for just 2 or 3 mangoes, and I guess they overstayed their permitted amount.
To avoid those issues, some Florida residents post signs like this and try to keep mango madness legally delicious. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Pickleball is surging in popularity. In fact, Florida leads the nation with more pickleball courts than any other state. But health experts are raising a red flag, noting a staggering increase in pickleball-related injuries. CBS News Miami's Naja Sherman has more.
Christian Acupati and Matias Morello play pickleball for hours at a time here at Weston Regional Park. They love the sport.
I think it definitely has to do with just like how easy it is to play. Like anyone can just come into the court, pick it up.
The players told me they've also seen things go horribly wrong. Acupati described witnessing a pickleball player recently take a nasty fall.
The ball went over there, so he jumped over the fence to come back and play, but his shoe got stuck in the fence and he ended up face planting on the floor.
This man told me he can relate. He's recovering from a sprained wrist. He picked up the sport 3 months ago as a way to spend quality time with his son Lucas.
So he started hitting it back harder and faster, and then I tried to chase the ball, and then I actually fell down because I was like, yeah, I didn't expect him to be that good. I'm 250 pounds, so he's saying 250 pounds fell on my hand.
Memorial Health System's orthopedic sports medicine head physician, Dr. Jiden Frank, says there has been a concerning spike in pickleball injuries. The number of people who ended up in U.S. emergency rooms because of pickleball injuries increased by 91% from 2020 to 2022, according to the National Library of Medicine. Pickleball-related hospital admissions were also drastically higher, up 257% from 2020 to 2022.
They trip and then have a fracture of it. It could be the ribs, it could be the wrist, it could be the elbow, it could be the shoulder.
And some of the issues are even more serious.
We're seeing that people who are getting directly into the activity are also having a lot of cases of heart attacks. We're gonna go up. Step.
Dr. Frank is helping pickleball player Marcus Ritter get back into the game. An avid player, Ritter developed a severe case of pickleball elbow that started to affect his quality of life.
And now throw it with the other hand.
You know, getting a jug of milk out of the refrigerator and things like that.
To help prevent injuries, Dr. Frank suggests dynamic stretching exercises before hitting the court, including leg swings, arm circles, hip circles, high knees, and bottom kicks. Other helpful warm-up exercises include jogging, side shuffles, lunges, and shoulder shrugs. Doctors say following these simple guidelines will help you stay in the game and enjoy all the benefits pickleball has to offer.
That was Naja Sherman reporting. Thank you for joining us this half hour on Headliners. As always, keep it right here to CBS News Miami for up-to-the-minute breaking news and weather 24 hours a day. Make it a great one.